Hi and welcome back to the Green and Gold Show. With me today is Howie Draper, head coach of Pandas Hockey. How's it going, Howie?
Really well. Thanks,
Perfect.
Daniel.
So let's start with your thoughts on last season as a whole, after making all the way to the Canada West semifinals.
Well, we fell short of expectations last year. I think given the fact that we got to nationals the previous year, there was an expectation that we get back there and we maybe have a better showing, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. I guess it's not surprising in that our conference is so tight nowadays, and literally we were splitting every weekend, so really any team could have gotten into the playoffs, any team could have advanced to nationals, and it just, unfortunately, it wasn't us. But we've got our work cut out for us, and hopefully we'll do better this year.
Now, 6 players graduated in the spring, and you already have a young roster on your hands. Does that change anything in terms of play or expectations for yourself?
Expectation-wise, no. I think we always want to strive to have a showing at nationals, and the ultimate at this level. You want to win a national championship. That's the reason why you play the game. But we will have a young roster. I think somewhere in the area of about 80% of our players are going to be in their first and second years. So I think the tact will be a little bit different. The expectation is there, but we have to understand that there's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of growth, and both with the players and the coaches in learning how to relate to those players. So the learning curve is going to be huge, but hopefully things will go well for us. How
do you feel about the recruiting class this season?
It's a great recruiting class. I'm quite happy. I think we've got a good mix of goal scores, so offensive potential. We've got some very strong defensive players as well. We've got a little bit more grit than I think we had overall last year, and a little bit more speed and a little bit more size. I would have liked to have brought in a little bit more size because our conference seems to be getting pretty big player to player, but I'm really excited about what the incoming recruits are bringing.
What are the plans for the Pandas this summer?
Just as usual, I think everybody has a workout regimen that we expect that they maintain, and we've got to get stronger. And I think again, we're not a huge team, so we have to rely on speed and we have to rely on power, and we have to be able to fight off some of the bigger girls in the conference. So that's the expectation, is that everybody builds a little bit of muscle, and hopefully we can compete a little bit more next year physically.
And finally, so the Pandas are now partnered with Hockey Edmonton. You guys have created a new club. What does that mean for the varsity team?
Well, on a number of levels. I think first and foremost, hopefully getting the chance to work with these young hockey players gives us an opportunity to sell our program over a period of 3 to 5 years. We want to try and attract some of these young girls from the local area, and particularly in northern Alberta, and have them stay with the Pandas. Now that in the end, we want to help them get to wherever they want to get to, but hopefully that happens. I think the other thing for us is it just creates a family-like atmosphere within our organization, and we give our current team an opportunity to develop some leadership skills, because the expectation will be that they're going to be interacting and helping mold and grow these youngsters just as we do as a coaching staff. So I think that'll be a very unique opportunity, and hopefully it pays off for us in the future.
Well, perfect. Thank you for joining me today, Howie.
Thanks for having me.
Well, that's it for the show. Make sure to keep checking in this summer as we catch up with the rest of the teams. Next up is Golden Bears football. We'll see you then.